It's been a gut check period, especially post earnings. I mean, when you saw the international miss on subs and then the guide down, it was really, this is a white knuckle period, at least in the near term for Netflix bulls, because it comes down to the international story is the key. And given what we saw in 2Q and 3Q in terms of guidance, I think that was really the worry sign. In our opinion, we continue to think it's a speed bump and not the start of a broader trend. But you've seen it. I mean, bulls heading for the exits, hitting the elevator.
I mean, there was a real concern surrounding Netflix's ability to forecast, right, sub growth. And so has that abated at this point? I mean, has the stock re-rated enough so that, you know what, maybe the forecasting isn't exact and we'll accept it?
Yeah, I mean, look, we believe it has, and obviously a CFO change as well. I think it really comes down to the street having confidence that this growth story and the forecasting is back on track. And ultimately, I think it will be a range-bound stock till we see the next quarter. But ultimately, I think this is something that they can navigate through just given the 700 million potential international subs. But no doubt, I mean, they've been putting in this investor penalty box, even though the stocks, basically been a double over the last year. But this is definitely a gut check period for Netflix.
Is this an example of what happens when investors are thinking short term, when a CEO likes to think long term? Reed Hastings is still making huge investments in new talent, new production companies to come in and develop original content for Netflix. And, we're wringing our hands over one quarter's subscriber growth here.
Here's the thing, though. The market has already given it a multiple.
Well,
that is incredibly generous,
I realize
right?
in the aggregate it is an expensive stock, but that's just a testament to what they've done. I'm not here to say buy it or sell it.
I think the multiple speaks to investor patience.
Yeah.
Right?
Same thing with Amazon, right, Dan?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I mean, you look what's happened with Amazon. I mean, look at Apple. I mean, it was 150 going lower a few quarters ago, and now obviously trillion plus and making new highs. So I think it does speak to the point. It's the long game here. These transformational growth stories that we've seen with Amazon, Netflix, Apple, you do have to take more of the long game here. But ultimately, near term, that's the opportunity, as we've seen even recently with an Amazon and the likes of an Apple in particular.